Hi Martin, so I wanted to record this video. So we're working on a feature and I mean the way we've done it is okay, but I am concerned that we are sort of not being the UI UX people, kind of making it into slightly something that's a little bit more cumbersome. So client setup in our system, right, where the agencies are registering and they're aiding their clients, that process is fine. We had, the clients and we can add clients, right? Add a client, or we can click on a client to edit the client. So all of that stuff is kind of good and that's fine. However, one of the things that we found through customer support is that the users are uneasy about adding their client information because they don't quite know how much of that information is going to be public and how much of that information is going to be private, right? So agency is very defensive about their client information. So what we've done is this. So we kind of tried to do a little bit of a preview, right? So client information, you can see here I'm adding a client and it's not included in portfolio. But if I do click on this, what we do is we show this side-by-side client portfolio preview, and this comes from our public view. So if you look at any of the agencies, for example, right, and you look at their portfolio, let's find something with portfolio. Um, so here's the portfolio of a client, right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to show them, right, as to what that portfolio is going to look like. So as the user enters a name, my client name, it shows up here, right? So if they put a website, shows up right there, right? If they pick a country, shows up the country. If they begin to pick up an industry, gonna show up an industry, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So the idea is they get to see their preview. And what we're trying to do here, we're trying to say, okay, so client information included in portfolio, basic client information that can be optionally included in portfolio. We're trying to say that this is sort of the preview of that. So these two sections are related, right? One is the preview. And this section on the bottom, additional client information, we're saying that this is used to match you, right? It's not displayed in your client portfolio. So essentially, I'm generally okay with this, but I am a little uneasy in the way these two are connected. So to me, it's very busy. It's not immediately clear that this thing is a preview. And I'm not sure if there is like a good, easy graphical way to bundle these two sections together and make it appear as though that this is a preview. But that's kind of what I'm hoping you can help us with, to kind of get that final sort of tweaks onto the screen to make this section relate to that section, make this sort of more of a preview section, but to kind of give it a bit of a better feel ergonomically and kind of to make sure that the user understands it, right? So they can click on this, they can click back in here. So this is the preview. All right, let me know.